I remember when I was just a boy, 9 years old I guess, I was watching Jacques Cousteau's The Silent World. And he was talking about in the future we would have to grow food in the ocean to feed people. And so at about that age I decided that when I grew up I wanted to grow food in the ocean. My first aquaculture related job after I graduated from the University of Victoria was at a Department of Fisheries Japanese style chum salmon hatchery. So we were producing chum salmon eggs and growing the fingerlings to release to the sea. In 1982 I decided I wanted to go to graduate school to do a master's degree and then possibly to do a PhD. I was going to become a fish farmer. During the first year I was at the University of Washington. I was taking the introductory classes and I started taking the class on fish nutrition taught by Dr. John Halver. And my path took an entirely different direction. I went from wanting to be a fish farmer to becoming a fish nutritionist. In 1992, after I graduated from the University of Washington, I turned my dissertation into the graduate school. I immediately moved to Thailand. When I first started working in Thailand as a feed formulator, I was formulating feeds for catfish, for frog, shrimp feed, and also for vegetarian fish. The first company I was working at closed down after a few years, and so I had to leave and I moved to Songkhla province in Thailand South to work for a company called Aquastar. And there I got a job managing the feed quality R&D. After nearly 3 years there, Aquastar announced their intention to sell their business and they didn't need any R&D, so I got released from my contract and I had to start looking for new work. That was when I moved to Thylux Enterprises. At Thylux I started as a formulator just before the beginning of the 1997 financial crisis, and it was a very difficult time. My motto at that time was, reduce the risk that a customer will leave for a competitor. In order to reduce the risk that a competitor would leave for a competitor during those very difficult times, I determined my working principle, which was consistent quality and consistent performance. Always give my best effort and no shortcuts. At first, when I was at Thylux, I was just doing fish feed. So we started doing catfish feed, we had tilapia feed, we did frog feed, we had feed for herbivorous fish, and sales began to grow rapidly when I began to apply that core principle of consistent quality and consistent performance. In 2003, I took over shrimp feed formulation at Thylux. And right at that time, Thailand was switching from growing the black tiger prawn Penaeus monodon to growing the imported white leg shrimp Penaeus vannamei. I started with the same working principles, consistent performance, consistent quality, and sales took off. While I was at Thylux, I drove more than 40,000 kilometers per year. I was the main executive visiting fish farms all over the country and shrimp farms primarily in the south. So I had a chance to talk to a lot of farmers, assess the nature of their problems, and then go home and to the company and fix the formulations or do whatever needed to be done. When I retired after 18 years at Thylux, I focused on my passion, which was teaching feed companies in Asia how to replace fish meal with alternative protein sources while maintaining feed performance. That is no easy task. I started this YouTube channel to share my knowledge and experience mainly with students who are interested in working in the aquaculture field, perhaps as nutritionists, but do not have access to the right kind of education.